That's so 25,000 for a whole month. And that's let's just make it this color, whatever. Start. And there we go. So yeah, let's start it. And so this podcast is basically about the history of dragons in Magic the Gathering. Now we got a combo with that uses a dragon, and we also got a non-bow on top of that. So this is an this is an interesting so the history. So what I mean, we're gonna explore the origins of the dragons, in Magic, from the beginning of the game to right now that we got Tarkir Dragonstorm. So since I already did a top 20, was it top 20 or top 10 dragons? I don't remember if I made I think it was top 20 dragons, because I think I made this podcast the dragons podcast before I actually before I switched from top 20 to top 10s, because in case if you didn't know, then I actually switched from it was a top 20 dragons. I switched from top 20 to top 10 like during COVID or something. I think I don't remember. It was like and I made more dragon podcasts. I did the top 10 dragons that don't fly, a top 10 dragons from Dungeons and Dragons, and there's and yeah, it's just it's just cool. So yeah, that's basically yeah. Let's just go to our combo first of all. And we got for our combo a nice simple combo. It's Niv-Mizzet with himself. So yeah. So this is the new Niv-Mizzet Visionary is a 6 mana 5/5 legendary dragon wizard with flying, gives you no magic hand size, and whenever something you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards. This combos with Niv-Mizzet the Firemind. Basically a 6 mana 4/4 legendary dragon wizard flying. Whenever you draw a card, deals 1 damage to any target. Tap to draw a card. So basically this combo is So yeah, this combo basically is so yeah, this combo does infinite damage, infinite draw, because with Niv-Mizzet dealing 1 damage, you then draw a card, and with you drawing the with you drawing the card, Niv-Mizzet deals 1 damage. So you basically do infinite damage, infinite draw. I mean, it's quite a basic combo. So yeah. Let's go to our non-bow, and it is you want to tie the game, but you want to do it faster, Solemnity is not your option, because Solemnity, what it does is that stuff can't get counters, and counters can be put on stuff. So if Divine Intervention enters with 2 intervention counters, it's gonna enter with 0. But basically, the thing is that it removes 1 intervention counter per turn. When the last one is removed, that's it. The game ends in a tie. But if it never had any counters to begin with, the last counter is not removed. So same thing happens if if the trigger is stifled. There is no draw, basically. So yeah, that's basically a non-bow. Solemnity disables Divine Intervention, literally. So yeah, that's basically our non-bow. Let's go to our number 10, to the beginnings, the origins. It's none other than the OG 1993. We have Shivan Dragon on Alpha. If we go to Alpha, literally the icon of the game was friggin' Shivan Dragon. Similar to how Yu-Gi-Oh has Blue Eyes White Dragon and Pokemon has Charizard. Like, Shivan Dragon was the dragon of Magic the Gathering. So, like, even though there were other dragons, we had only 2 dragons. Shivan Dragon and Dragon Whelp being an inferior version to Shivan Dragon, having the same fire breathing ability, but much cheaper, much smaller, and can't handle too much fire breathing. Because otherwise, it will die. Literally, I mean, so yeah. That's basically our. So yeah, this is basically the original one. So Shivan Dragon basically was the face of Magic, the dragon, you know. Now basically this is this isn't the only, you know, of course this ends up being more than just, you know, the only dragon. I mean, afterwards we get the legends. The legends is when they start introducing the elder dragons. Even more lore. That's the first set that features legendary creatures. And of course we get the elder dragons, including the infamous Nicobolus himself, before he just becomes, you know, Planeswalker. I mean, it's basically it's basically, you know, so and since elder dragons, you know, were introduced, the first variation of Commander was introduced, known as Elder Dragon Highlander, which was Commander but with elder dragons. It was the way to play Commander back then. So yeah, and so basically elder dragons in Elder Dragon Highlander, since they had 7 power exactly, like, they would free shot someone. So the concept of this was that we were gonna get, you know, like, the concept behind the Elder Dragons is that the reason why commander damage is 21 is because Elder Dragons, you know, 7 times 3, so it's a free hit kill. So that's basically the main reason behind why Elder Dragon Highlander, Commander was like 21. Because I mean, Commander started as EDH, and now it's any legendary creature. So yeah, and of course they had, since they were so powerful, they have upkeep costs, so you had to pay free mana to keep them on the board. And then they ended up later on they introduced more Elder Dragons from that same cycle, but in this set they introduced like only a few, the ones that were most important in the War of the Elder Dragons. So yeah, that's basically the Nets dragons. But of course, we got more dragons over time. But let's just highlight the key important dragons in the history of Magic. Like, let's talk about the original spirit dragons from Kamigawa. In case of you didn't know, the Kamigawan dragon spirits. I mean, there were like 5 of them, and then of course Okagachi, because they're basically kamis. Like the dragon spirits of Kamigawa are basically dragons of Kamigawa are basically kamis. Like they're spirit dragons. They're gods. You know what I mean? And of course we have like later on they reincarnate. I mean after the war of the kamis, but like because they actually declared war on Okagachi. Like Okagachi had like different ideals or something. That's why like that's why they're so that's why there's not. So yeah, it's just well, later on they reincarnate, which I'm gonna cover later in the podcast, and yeah, those are basically the dragon spirits of Kamigawa. Let's go over to the Ravnican dragons. Now, Ravnica used to be playing with dragons, and these dragons were so were so powerful that they had to like restrict like some dragons and stuff, and it was like it was crazy. And hey, thanks for following Shadow Fight Free Enjoyer. Wow. Alright. Let me just update the title. So it's follow count 221, not 220. Okay, but thank you. Well, so so we go to Ravnican dragons. Like the Ravnican dragons, they were huge, like, and they were so strong, like on the same level as the Elder Dragons of Dominaria. Like they were friggin' Nicol Bolas level, like, or Chrome, like those dragons, like those are overpowered, and Hellkite Tyrant was actually so powerful. Like the thing is, the reason why the Guild Pact was signed was to destroy every single dragon, and the thing is And the thing is, the only dragon that remained was Niv Mizzet, because he was the one who, started his own guild, and you know, to because the dragons were a threat to him. Like he wanted the dragons gone, just to stop, just to have like less rivalry, and of course that's why like he's and yeah, basically. So yeah, um, that that's why Niv Mizzet is actually so strong. Like he was literally the only um, guild leader who, I mean, a guild Perun who actually stood a chance against like he actually put up a fight with post mending Nicol Bolas. So bro is actually like, the Ravnican dragons were no joke. So yeah. Next we have the original Tarkir dragons. The Tarkir dragons it was a plane full of dragons. However, in the present day, well, basically they were extinct until Sarkhan just friggin' time travels, like Tarkir. So that's the reason why Sarkhan Sarkhan really liked dragons when he became uh Planeswalker. Oh, and he's from Tarkir. Like he he's he's had a obsession with dragons like ever since they were extinct. That's so. And yeah, and basically, and yeah, and of course and basically he wanted to bring back the dragons because the dragons died. I mean, that's his main objective with the time travel, to save the dragons, which is Fate Reforged. And we have the dragon broods. Like they have like Abzans, the Abzans worked under Dromoka. The Jeskai worked under Ojutai. And of course the Sultai were under Salumgar. And Mardu was under Kolagan. And Temur was under Atarka. So basically these dragons had their broods, which are the clans, alongside a leader, basically, like. And so yeah, that's basically how the clans were, but back in Fate Reforged. I mean, and well, he ends up saving the dragons by just so, and then they become elder dragons, like in the modern day, which is Dragons of Tarkir. The concept of Khans was just banned. There's no more Khans, and now it's just the dragons, the elders. Like the clans have been replaced by. We have So yeah, they become elder dragons. Like the dragon lords become elder dragons. So that's basically the dragons of Tarkir, literally. So yeah, now they're not in the new Tarkir, but I mean, I'm just gonna talk about them after this one. where we have the first ever 5-color pre-con commander. So for Commander 2017, they decided to make the theme that the decks would be tribal, because originally the first two commander decks were the first two commander sets were 3-color decks, and basically the free color commander decks, they had like their own abilities and all other stuff. Now basically and then in Commander 2014 we had the monocolor decks, which featured the first ever Planeswalker commanders. Now then in Commander 2015 we had 2-color commander decks, which featured experience counters. So experience counters basically doing a special ability, depending on how many experience counters you had, like where basically, for example, Daxos would create enchantment creatures based on how big, which are the size of your experience. Marin being able to bring back creatures from your graveyard, and yeah, it was just, they were insane. Then in Commander 2016, that's when they introduced 4-color commanders and partner commanders. And 2015 was when they introduced Eminence with 4 tribal decks, with Dragons having the 5-color deck, and then Cats being 2 colors, the other 2 commander decks being 3-color decks of Mardu Vampires and Grixis Wizards. So, yeah. The Ur Dragon, I mean, it's fitting that the Ur Dragon is the Dragon Commander, because the Ur Dragon is literally like the multiverse itself. Like, the Ur Dragon is is literally the dragon that encompasses, like, it's literally the size of the multiverse, and it's basically the essence that all the dragons draw from, like, and it's just, and of course the Ur Dragon was the one that created the Elder Dragons, which are why the dragons just are why the Elder Dragons are just that powerful. Like, we had the Elder Dragons of Dominaria, which we have the Niv Mizzets and stuff, and not Niv Mizzet, I mean Nicol Bolas and Chromium and other stuff, and it's literally just a huge dragon that basically just encompasses creation, and there's and of course the Ur Dragon flows among the all the dragons. Like, there's the skin of the Ur Dragon, and it's just the primeval dragons of Dominaria, not the Elder Dragons. There's also the primeval dragons that have aspects of the Ur Dragon, which were first featured in Planar Chaos among, and then of course we had some of the reprints, including some of the cards being in the Ur Dragon commander deck. And basically the Ur Dragon is basically, of course, the Eminence ability makes all the dragons cheaper, so you just basically get all the dragons out. So yeah, next we have the Elder Dragons of Arcavios, the founding fathers of Strixhaven. So there are 5 Elder Dragons, the opposite colors of the Tarkir Elder Dragons. They basically founded Strixhaven with 5 different houses. One dragon, leading each house basically. So we have Witherbloom, we have Prismari, we got Silverquill. I think it was one of them. Was it Silverquill? Yeah. Yeah. There was also Prismari, Witherbloom, Silverquill, Lorehold, and Quandrits. There. Those are the four. So yeah, that's basically the free. That's the 5 Elder Giants of Strixhaven. Similar to the Tarkir Elder Giants, as they are like both of them are like Elder Giants that lead 2-color parties. Like, it's interesting. However, the thing is, there was no like third color. Like, it's just it's not like Alara or whatever stuff. But Strixhaven, they had like these giants. So that's basically the Strixhaven giants. I mean, there aren't other giants, but it's just but those giants are like quite important in the lore. Now, remember when I talked about Kamigawa giants? Like, of course, there's more than the 5 sky giants. Like, these are the reincarnations. Once it becomes Neon, the Neon Dynasty, the original 5 giants have basically reincarnated. Like, Jugon reincarnates as Kura, and basically the other giants, there's just so much more. Like that. Like, Kura is the reincarnation of Jugon, and so wait, hold on, let me just check. No, Kamigawa Dragons. So, where was it? Or was it Dragon Spirits? Oh yeah, Dragon Spirits. There's like the Dragon Spirits. There's more. There was more than those 5, of course, because so we got Kokusho, which reincarnated as Atsushi. No, as Junji. Ao. So Yosei reincarnated as Ao. Kairi, Keiga reincarnated as Kairi. Kokusho reincarnated as Junji. Ryusei reincarnated as Atsushi. And Jugon reincarnated as Kura. So basically these dragons, they had like the reason why they just the reason why the dragons, they just die. So he's, unlike Ugin being a spirit dragon, he doesn't have much relation with the dragon spirits of Kamigawa. Note, they are dragon spirits, not spirit dragons. They're completely different. Like, we're going now. Basically, the reason why they died is because they had to. It's because they died in the Kami War, and the other side of the war was basically was basically Okagachi. who is also a spirit giant, but it's quite different one. I mean, because in Neon Dynasty, like the dragons that reincarnate are you know those five, and um, we have another dragon that I mean Okachi does not reincarnate, but he did um but basically and it was of course it was the strongest. Now the thing is that it had you know different like Okugachi um, had a child called Kyodai, and Kyodai basically that which was taken, the taken one, the child of um, Okugachi, and Kyodai ends up being the soul of Kamigawa itself, and of course I mean we get like we get other so and of course you know Kyodai is the one that basically is just the like the literal world zone world world's soul, and basically and it and you know she's basically Magic the Kamigawa's equivalent to Amaterasu, the highest of the kami in Shintoism, in case if you do not know, and she basically like Tezzeret tries to control her with with the prototype reality chip, but it did not work. And it literally stabilized the Emperor's just unstable Planeswalker spark, which makes her just planeswalk when not intended. Like basically, the planeswalkers when they planeswalk, they get exhausted. Like, but for the the Wanderer, it's the opposite. Like, not planeswalking exhausts her. Like when she's out of stamina, she just starts jumping through planes like uncontrollably. Like literally in Ikoria, she appears for 1 second and disappears. Not even joking. Like there's and somehow she had enough screen time to get 1 card. Like it's just like in the like it's funny. So yeah, that's basically the Kamigawa Dragons, and you know we got of course last but not least the Tarkir Dragons, the Dragon Spirits of Tarkir. No idea. We don't know much of them, but they have the 3 colors of the clans, meaning that clans are quite possibly a thing, like an actual thing, you know, in Tarkir once again. Now, we don't know if the other dragons are still alive or not, or they're dead, but this might be like their spirits reincarnated. Like, take a notice that this is a spirit dragon, and this is a dragon spirit. The spirit dragons are connected to Ugin, so these are related to Ugin somehow. The spirit dragons of Tarkir that we see in Tarkir Dragonstorm, but the dragon spirits of Kamigawa are not related to to Tarkir. So please please keep that in mind. If we go to search on Gather for spirit dragons, then I mean this will take a while. Oh my god. Why is this taking too much? Here are the dragon spirits. Eternal Dragon is a dragon spirit. It's not related to Ugin. And we got what else? Miriam is a dragon spirit, but that's a Dungeons and Dragons card. What else? Wait, Skiing of Ugin is a dragon spirit? I thought it was a spirit dragon. What? Okay, but Vengeful Ancestor, which is another Dungeons and Dragons card, is a spirit dragon. So I'm confused. So, oh wait, I think this makes sense. I think it's because Skiing of Ugin, like that. What? No, this doesn't make. Why is Skiing of Ugin a dragon spirit and not a spirit dragon? Like, Ugin's a spirit dragon. It's not Ugin the dragon spirit. Gosh darn it. Okay, but yeah, it's strange. It's just for some reason Wizard just messed it up, and now it's a dragon spirit. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what's the difference between rock ground and ground rock in Pokemon. Like why is Rhyhorn and Rhydon literally ground rock, but then Onix is a rock ground type? Like that still confuses me to this day. But anyways, congratulations. You've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share friends. Stay tuned to our next videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday, 4:30 GMT. Stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. Coming soon, I will be streaming Magic Puzzle Quest in the weekend to celebrate 900 subscribers. So thank you guys for sticking around and subscribing to the channel, and just keep the channel going. I mean, and as a special thank you, I will be streaming Magic Puzzle Quest because it's a fun game and I don't stream that game often. I mean, it's a special occasion, and I'll be streaming in both YouTube and Twitch, which I don't usually stream on both platforms at once, but it will be a great stream. So please stay tuned to it. Watch my other videos too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.